NSFW. What's the best thing that happened to you in Truth or Dare? In 8th grade I was dared to show this girl my big dick. We went to a bathroom. I was 13 and horny, so I had a hard on. I pointed it down and she didn't know the difference. She told her friends later and I kinda got a reputation of having a big did even though I'm completely average. Edit. Thanks for the gold and silver. This really blew up. I got to see my friend's sister's bobs and watch him lick an electric fence all in the same day. I am so glad you said electric fence. I am so glad he said friends. Was dared to catch a frisbee in my teeth from across the yard. So walked outside and across the yard. Girl wound up. Threw the frisbee. Figured this ought to be funny when it bounces off my face. And as a total ducking fluke, actually caught it in my teeth. Similar story. I was the annoying kid in 6th grade and my friends bullied me. Once some kid was talking shit, so we started arguing. Then he threw a grape at me. I caught that sheet in my teeth without breaking eye contact. I have never been so powerful. I wasn't even playing and someone dared a girl I liked to kiss me. That someone became a very good friend. We dared this girl to give a friend of mine a lap dance using the first song that came up when he shuffled his entire song library. Seems pretty normal until she had to give a 3-minute lap dance to Cats in the Cradle. Shari was dared to spend 10 minutes in a dark room, nearby Den, with the guy of her choice. She chose me. Turned out to be a setup. Her best friend knew that Shari had a crush on me and made this happen. Anyway, it was the hottest, fastest makeout session to date for me. We were both naked above the waist and she had her hand in my zipper. At 10 minutes there was an unwelcome knock on the door. How were Shari's berries? Crush sat on my lap the rest of the game. My little soldier had a hard time staying focused. Good times though. Best and worst feeling ever. I got to grab a girl's bob under the shirt. I was 16 and it was awesome. I found out who took my calculator. After reading all of this I've decided ducked into Meet Me I'm going to make a Truth or Dare app. I got to motorboat a girl's tits. It was in a hotel during a school sport trip. My best friend knew I liked her and did me a solid. Wasn't me, but a girl was dared to mirror what I do. So I made her hug a guy I knew liked her. Edit. For all the people saying I should have blown him, she only mirrored what I did, so I would have had to have given the air one top tier blowjob. Not much. But a friend of mine earned the nickname Big Dick Chris, or BDC for short, after a game. Got dared to ignore getting tits rubbed in my face for a minute. A boy can poker face like a champion. Best minute of my teenage life. Edit. To clear a couple of things up. It was a woman rubbing her bobs in my face and they weren't clothed. So not best. But a Truth or Dare story nonetheless. 5th grade. Crush gets dared to kiss me. Crush looks at me and goes, "You were gross." He's fat and that was that. If this is going to be copy and pasted in a BuzzFeed article, please include this. Duck you. Ari. Was sitting outside at a college campus and was dared to yell "I love you" to the next person I saw. I did, and this dude yells it back and keeps walking. We go back and forth, getting louder and louder as he walks off. Best reaction ever. I won $20 by doing a dare in which I ran outside in my underwear when it was sleeting outside. I dared a girl I was hot for to give me a big fat kiss. Our 14th wedding anniversary was last week. D. I was about 12 at a friend's sleepover. I was dared to go home by a kid who didn't like me too much. I walked the 2 miles home, and as I came to my driveway my older brother had just pulled in. He had 3 baby raccoons with him because he had hit their mother while delivering pizza. I got to spend the rest of the night with him. 3 raccoons and a cheese and pepperoni pizza watching Nightmare on Elm Street. A guy told me I was beautiful and that he was too shy to always tell me that cause he thought I was way out of his league. Found out a girl had a crush on me. Unfortunately it was the girl I hate. Made out with this chick I had a crush on. Turns out she had a boyfriend. He beat the shit out of me. Edit, uncensored. Got to see a hot girl's tit imprints in the snow. Not too impressive, I know. But teenage me had that picture engraved in my head for a while, lol. I got to watch my friend lick the floor for 10 seconds. I got to hug a girl. I was at work, high school job at a department store. And the 4 of us in my department were playing truth or dare, mostly dumb work stuff like go mix up those shirts. Someone dared the girl who had a rep as being experienced, who was a couple years older than me, to give me a BJ. She told me to take a break with her. I played along. We went to her car. She actually blew me in the store parking lot. In the 7th or 8th grade, I was going back and forth with my friend with a bunch of re-skate airs. Flash your bobs. Show her my big dick. Make out with each other. Dry hump. etc. I eventually just went for it and dared her to blow me, and she did it. I remember being so hard that I barely even felt anything. Initially. Made out with. And low-key felt up. My old next door neighbor had had a crush on her for a while before then. So it's a very fond memory. Girl got dared to spin the bottle and give a BJ to whoever it lands on right in front of everybody. The bottle didn't point at me, but I had a nice view right next to the girl it did land on. Apparently, she had experience dining at the Y. I was allowed to join the game. I'm reading all these comments and damn, I got dared to go home. Saddest ducking post I've ever read on this site. Group us were in these tunnels that we like to hang out in, and our friend was dared to give me a BJ. Which she actually did. Best 10 seconds I ever had down there. Ended up dating on and off for the next 2 years or so. Apparently I played some lamest versions of Truth or Dare. Saw Bob's. 10/10. Would see again. The best thing was getting my lap sat on by my crush and a kiss on the cheek from her. I went to an acquaintance's birthday. We spoke maybe 10 times prior. After a while she was down to just her bra and panties. That's when she was dared to seduce me. Well, she was kind of awkward, so her version of seduction was just to tackle me while we were both near naked. That was a great night, and we're celebrating our first year of marriage next weekend. Someone dared me to kiss a lady that I happened to have a thing for anyway. It was a very long time before we stopped kissing. Dated her for 3 years. Great lady. Always a little sad it didn't work out. I was a late bloomer in HS. By the time I realized I may be attractive to anyone, it was over. Our senior year party for an art magnet school. We played this. A girl I had a fairly solid crush on. Popular. Cheerleader. A good friend. Was asked who she had fantasized about, and I was the answer. 1. Blew my mind. 2. Gave me the guts to ask her out. 3. It was a horribly awkward silly lunch date. 4. Built my confidence a lot heading into college. A silly story. But it was a good one. I never got to play Truth or Dare, but I did play Duck Duck Goose. It was not fun sitting there the whole time. Kissed the girl that would later become my first ever girlfriend, but is now my ex. It was a good 2 years though. In 8th grade I got my friend to dare me and my crush to kiss. We did. My friend was the best wingman, lol. Truth. What's the most interesting place you've had sex? I've never had sex, not in a bed. Oh, do I have a 2001 Grand Am backseat for you? I had a 2001 Grand Am backseat for her. I'm way late, but the first day I met my wife we played a game of Truth or Dare. She asked me, Truth, what kind of clothes on a girl do you like? Then the next day she showed up to my house in those clothes. Wish I got asked to play this enough to have one of these stories. Edit. First silver on Reddit for a saddest comment. Still though. Thanks. I once dared a friend to order me a pizza, so that was pretty good. I made my friend's boyfriend make out with a 4-foot tall nutcracker. That's the best I got. Cute girl pulled her pants down and full on sat on my face for a solid minute. Hijacking to share my worst. When I was in high school, we played Truth or Dare Jenga. I was the first to get a dare piece and I did the dare. I had to blow in some guy's ear. Fine. A little embarrassing. But that's what you do. The next time a dare came up, the person refused to do it. Everyone was like okay, the next few people also refused to do their dares. I was like WTF? One girl said nobody actually does the dares with a withering tone that might as well have said you idiot. Duck those guys. I chose truth every time because I was super boring and had nothing to hide. I got made fun of that weekend. But Monday morning the nasty wannabe popular rich went around spreading everyone's secrets. And the ridiculous dares they did. Everyone except me. Boring for the win. A girl, I didn't have a crush on her. But she was nice, flashed me. She also let me fondle her boobies. I know it's lame considering some of the responses here. But that's what I got. So my hair is pretty long. My friends used me as a mop to clean the wet floor. It was a fun idea. Wasn't fun. But remembering it is broke the ice with my current fiance playing it. One of the coolest nights of my life. Sex house. I am now a respectable employee at a respectable firm that would be thoroughly appalled at my past. But when I was at university, there was a house a couple of streets down that was essentially orgy central. And it all started with a game of truth or dare. I kissed a girl. And I liked it. So I did it again. Till truth or dare is a sexual game. NSFW, nothing interested ever happened to me.